tudo bom com vocês? Eu voltei aqui e bora ver se vai dar certo aqui, se entrando na live. Bom, a live está em andamento. Carregar aqui comentários. Manda um comentário para ver se aparece. Iniciando o jogo aqui, né? Qualidade máxima, galera. Máximo possível. Então, já. Tá. Esse jogo é maravilhoso. Bora. Eu vou em um novo jogo. Assim, é só jogar profissionalmente. Aê, voltei. Baita de caralho, porque o som está muito alto. Essa parte aqui é muito alta. Vamos iniciar. Pô, antes não aparecia isso não. Isso daqui. Voltei. Jogo liso. Eu não sei porquê, mas vocês não estão vendo, eu acho, mas eu já tô vendo. Aí, começou. É porque tá atrasado.
Holmes.
Com essa peça aqui, eu pensei que o jogo era uma bosta, mas é porque o cara não consegue ver, tá? Tipo, não acertei um tiro. O cara não vê nada. Eu não tinha visto que ele tava.
Holmes, will you stop that?
Eu não tinha escutado essa musiquinha.
You are utterly mad. Stop, Holmes.
Is that you, Watson?
Yes, of
Nonsense.
Fala.
Ah, Lestrade. What is it this time?
He can see me. Well, here it is, and it's a good one, Mr. Holmes. A gentleman by the name of Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, has been murdered.
A sailor, most probably.
What happened here?
Oh, Mr. Holmes, how could you?
It's the only exercise I've had all week. A grateful client from Limoges sent me a vase collection this morning. I couldn't think of a better use for it.
you're out of your mind.
I missed 4 out of 10.
Given you were blindfolded, that was very good. Can I have a try?
Am I the only sane one here?
Yeah. They... Mr. Holmes, I'm over here. Come on.
It seems that the garden was well maintained. It seems that the garden.
Mr. Holmes? Mr. Holmes? Mr. Holmes?
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
As soon as we can, Mrs. Carey, I assure you. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Sherlock Holmes. I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes. At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream. I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
Can you please?
Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper.
Thank you, madam. It seems that the it seems
Mr. Holmes? Mr. Holmes?
I cannot leave yet. I am not. I cannot leave yet. I am not finished. Thank you, madam.
Thanks.
Thank you, madam.
Mr. Holmes?
It seems that the garden was well maintained. It seems that the garden was...
Mr. Holmes?
I cannot leave yet.
Peter Carey's body is inside the cabin. We took care not to touch anything. Peter Carey's body is inside... Peter Carey's body is inside the cabin. We took care not to touch anything.
Mr. Holmes?
The door is locked.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Holmes, and I'll open it. I locked it yesterday to ensure that no one should enter the cabin and tamper with the evidence.
Ah, good thinking.
Hello, hello, hello.
What is it, Lestrade?
It seems to me that someone has tried to force it, Mr. Holmes.
Let me see. These scratches are fresh. You're right. Someone tried to force open the door.
I swear these scratches were not here yesterday.
Our mysterious visitor came here last night.
Well, he's not the man for the job. This lock is not a difficult one.
Perhaps he did not have the right tool. What a terrible way to die. The weapon fully penetrated the body. The force of the blow was immense. Peter Carey was impaled to the wall by a whaling harpoon. This blood is from the pool underneath the dead body. This blood is from the... This wooden handle. Peter Carey tried to defend himself with this knife, but he did not succeed. JHN are probably the initials of the owner of this notebook. JHN are probably the initials of the owner of this notebook. Peter Carey was fully dressed. He was not caught by surprise. It is possible that he knew his murderer. This man is in his 50s, yet he still looks quite strong. Peter Carey was impaled to the wall by a whaling harpoon. Peter Carey's boots. Old navigation instruments, nothing interesting. Old navigation instruments, nothing interesting. Old navigation. The ship's logs of the Sea Unicorn for the years 1878 to 1884. Peter Carey was her captain. The ship's log. The tooth of a sperm whale, probably from one of Peter Carey's catches. The tooth of a sperm whale, probably from one of Peter Carey's catches. It seems that the garden was... Hammerfest. Hammerfest. The Sea Unicorn. She was the ship that...
Eu não quero.
The Sea Unicorn. She was the ship that Peter Carey commanded. The Sea Unicorn. She was the ship that Peter Carey commanded. Rum. A sailor's drink. Rum. A sailor's drink.
Não é correr, então.
Rum. Someone drank from this glass recently. It seems that Captain Carey was enjoying a drink before he met his death. Someone drank from this glass recently. Someone drank. The initials PC have been crudely burned. The initials PC have been crudely burned. A sailor's work. This aroma is... Yes, this is a Peter Carey was fully...
Have you finished inspecting the crime scene? Have you finished inspecting the crime scene?
Mr. Holmes?
I cannot leave yet. I am not finished here.
Mr. Holmes?
Someone drank from this glass recently. Rum. A sailor's drink.
Mr. Holmes? Mr. Holmes?
Thank you, madam.
Porra, eu acho que eu vou dar uma pesquisada pra ver como é que passa isso aqui, porque eu não tô entendendo nada. E daí, em outro vídeo, eu retorno com vocês. Só vou testar essa porta aqui. É, isso mesmo.